I wouldn't necessarily have all the energy to pull through to the other side. Really nice, soft, not too crazy. Feels like it addressed what I needed in the body, some tension in the neck, some tension in the shoulders, definitely some tension in the hips. It started very slow, super calm, nothing too complicated. Just felt like very heavy and sticky. Wanted to get that stretching going, and it happens there at the beginning. So you'll see the push-ups, you'll see the push-up variations, you'll even see that tuck planche lift opening up into a chaturanga position, which took a lot out of me. As I was going through the sequence, I would get these bursts where I would feel like I would have a little bit more overhead, and I would try to get into something, and it felt really good. It ends up in a headstand with the arms straight, which is a great opportunity. I've been waiting for a while to show you guys this move, so take a look. As promised, I'm going to narrate this class, so I'll be explaining a little bit about what I did as I do it in the sequence. Enjoy.
Okay, so diving in, I'm starting in the back of the mat in child's pose, and I'm rolling a few times side to side to soften my sacrum. Whenever I feel like I need a little bit more, I roll forward into that push-up. Coming back to hands and knees, I move the hips side to side, then I load the front body with a front lever with the legs straight, playing with that, just feeling the weight. Squatting to the back of the mat, straightening the legs, and going into an easy version of pyramid with one leg forward at a time, just to feel the hip and the groin muscles before we open it up. Moving forward and backwards from a squat to a plank to a push-up gives me an opportunity to get the chest and the hips at the same time, being aware of the neck. And then once we get into down dog, I walk my feet to the center of the mat. Crossing my ankles gives me a good stretch in the glutes, back of the legs. Don't forget to switch legs to make sure you hit both sides. You can get a big, good stretch in the back, and then sitting down, rolling back, lets you stretch and open that up. Plow pose, once again stretching the back of the body, lifting up into an early shoulder stand and folding into lotus. So obviously today I felt that I needed more of a hip opener in this way. This opens the sacrum in the back, giving a nice squeeze in the front, activating the adductors, the inner thigh muscles, as I slowly open the lotus all the way down to the floor, reaching the arms over my head. I'm giving my body an opportunity to connect top to bottom through the inner thighs all the way up the spine to my head. That's going to lead me into a lifted lotus. So at first I fold forward to get that flexibility in. I release the legs, and I'm going to switch the lotus position so I can get a different stretch. Each side, each lotus is going to give me a different position. Coming up to my knees, hands in front of me, and lifting right up into the lifting lotus, peacock posture, letting it slide all the way down in control to feel that difficulty, and then finding my way back to down dog, walking in place. Now that I've gotten that out of the way, let's do some heavy lifting with the hip flexors, with the right leg lifting up and moving forward and up again, exploring the gamut, stepping the right foot forward, lifting into a high lunge, but taking all the load forward, trying to get to straight lines. Finish it up with a twist, a straightening of the both legs to get into pyramid, and then a half moon, or more of a supported 3/half moon combo, but keeping the hip open, letting the hip stretch, landing back down, finding my way to down dog, and we're going to do the other side. So the left leg lifts up and the left leg moves forward, moving up, moving back, and when ready, I'm stepping the foot forward into that high lunge. The high lunge, the point of this one is to bring the palms together, reach forward, and get a continuous length from the back heel to the front fingertips. Right hand down, opening the left arm up and finding my way to pyramids. Once I'm there, shifting to the half moon, but I want both arms in the air, and I want the back leg as parallel to the floor, not as high as possible. Landing back down, stretching the back of the legs in the down dog position, getting more twisting in the hip, and then coming down to my shins, lifting up into a tucked planche, jump back into a chaturanga, repositioning myself on the mat, walking in place, and then stepping the right foot forward. I want to get a nice stretch in the groin. So notice I'm keeping the feet position as in a warrior one, but my hands are on the floor and I'm allowing my torso to adjust it. This leads me into a headstand. This headstand is with the arms straight, a really fun variation. And I decided as I come down from this posture to try to keep the legs straight as much as possible and to basically replace the hands with the legs, which was a lot more difficult than it looks like. Enjoy!